All right, a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to Night Moves here for Saturday, April
Final.
11th. We've got, tell you what we've got. We've got Major League Baseball action here for Saturday. We've got a split card here with some day games, some night games, and we've got a full slate of action in the National Hockey League. But you know what we don't have? NBA. Now they're taking a day off today. Get ready for Sunday. Who's going to play? Who's not going to play? 168 players were out of action on Friday, officially league wide. Players listed as out of the game there on the next to last day of the season. Man, that is a lot of players electing not to play. Some players did play. Some players played who we weren't expecting to play. It's like there's no rhyme or reason. Now, sometimes there were the bonuses. Tony talked about it on the drive through today with Wembanyama. You know, he had to play 20 minutes, Tony said. He did. He played 20 minutes. They took him out of the game. He said, "What are you doing? Put me back in." He said, went back in the game there for a few minutes. But between the players who were supposed to play, who didn't play, we saw some wild line moves going on as well, but there's still one day left of the season. Not everything is determined yet as far as seeding is concerned in the NBA, but we did have some winners here on night moves last night, despite the uh, uh, despite the ins and outs of the players here. We did have some winners on the show, including last night the Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets game to go under, and it did. Detroit played their starters and walloped Charlotte. Put a message to Charlotte, if anything, as they went on to a 118 to 110 win. Charlotte moved from 3 to 5.5. The line never came back. But the Pistons, if you would have known that, man, maybe it would have been the Pistons there. We did have the under as our winner here on Night Moves. Also, winner here on the show last night, Cleveland and Atlanta game to go under, and it did just that as Atlanta won it 124 to 102. Atlanta put the Caps here on a terrific season as they head into the playoffs with some momentum as they downed another playoff bound team in Cleveland. I don't know if it says it's Atlanta's better, but maybe they were in position a little bit with their seeding to have a little bit more motivation in that game. Night moves winner last night, New York Knicks for us here over the Raptors. We had the Knicks in the 112-95 victory there, smashing Toronto, taking it down at home. Also, a winner here on the show, Boston Celtics over New Orleans there. You know, Celtics coming off of a loss. You still take them, I guess, even if it is a tankathon game. Did have a premium under there, did not come home. We also had a premium, I want to mention, Philadelphia and Indiana game under. We had a premium there. We'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com here in just a moment, but I had the under as my premium play there with the Sixers and the Pacers. Also, winner here on night moves last night, Orlando and Chicago game to go under 127 103. Orlando wins it, goes way under there in that one. Also a winner here on the show last night, Oklahoma City and Denver game to go over, and it did get over by a point, but still or I'm sorry, not by more than a point. It was 223 in the end. The total went down 8 points with all the theatrics of the players not playing there. And the same thing in that game. You know, Denver was actually playing for seeding, and that's what I thought about the game there. I was, tough to say after. I mean, we previewed the game last night. The line was 12. The game went off at 2.5. Denver still won it comfortably by 20. You almost got to just go with the scenario still and not kind of ignore the personnel situations sometimes here, especially if both teams are jerking around with their lineup. I was going to say something else, but I did have a winner here yesterday on night moves with the game between Golden State and Sacramento. We had Sacramento there plus all those points against Golden State. I also had a premium winner on the over at Tony'sPicks.com. So 2-1 with my NBA premiums here on Friday night. Also had a night moves winner here with the under in the game between the Clippers and the Blazers, as the Blazers smacked the Clippers 116-97 as they kind of wrestled there a little bit. That was, if anything, games that had significant meaning in the standings. You can look no further than the Clippers and the Blazers, as the Blazers, hanging on right now. They've got the 8th slot over the Clippers here currently after winning that game. And maybe, that could be the difference between advancing into the playoffs and not. So, all right. Also, Lakers smashed the Suns. The Suns mailed that one in. So pretty good night over there at the NBA. We'll go over to Tony'sPicks.com here in just a moment. Thank you to everybody in the chat also joining me here. Really good to see you guys. We're ready for some previews in the major leagues and in hockey. What else you want to preview? Maybe some UFL tonight? Hey, hopefully I'll remember to give my pick out here. There's a rugby match coming up here in about 2 hours or so. And how about the action at the Masters today? Wow. Rory, you want to say he went Tiger on the field, but man, not even Tiger had a 6-stroke lead after 2 rounds in his historic first victory at the Masters, if you remember how he demolished the field. Rory, you knew all was going for him well when he chipped that shot in from 100 feet on 17, sent the crowd roaring as Rory leads by 6, man, looking confident, man. He downplayed his chances, saying, hey, I'm usually excited and nervous here at the Masters, but when you're coming in as the champ, you're kind of just cool. Well, he was cool, and he looked cool out there. Rory, peak of his game. Certainly it's a good field. Pat Reed, if any name out there, I don't think Rory's given up a 6-stroke lead. And I overlook Patrick Reed. Don't overlook Patrick Reed at the Masters. Come on. 6 under par, along with Sam Burns, Tommy Fleetwood, 5 under with Rosie and Lowry. Lowry, what is it about Lowry in the Masters? It just wakes up out of nowhere. Does he even play the rest of the year? Or does he just show up at the Masters and he's in the top 10 every time? Final. He usually fades, but usually he's in this same spot. Seems like he always has a great first round, second round. Lowry's in there at 5 under. Wyndham Clark was hot early, 4 under, along with Jason Day, Tommy Hatton, Lee Hao Tong, and also the player from Norway, Christopher Ritan, who I went with in the first week, and he totally bombed. I wasn't going to go with him, but he's having a great time at the Masters. All right, let me say hello to the folks in the chat. Then we'll go on over to Tony'sPicks.com, and we'll also talk a little baseball here from what went on Friday night. Cal Dog is here today, along with Mr. Wesker's here. James Kelly joins us here. The Clippers is chat. The chat was right about those Clippers. Yeah, and I'm a Clippers fan. And look, like I said, that was a hot streak when they made the trade. They got hot again. You're like, hey, maybe the Clippers have made the right deal. They look like the same old Clippers, really. There, OGB talking about the Lakers. They're right. It was more about the Suns, wasn't it? What did they have? 78, 75? What did they have? The Suns couldn't even find the basket. Hockey's back. We're ready. Hockey, we're sitting here basically 3 and 4 games left for most of the teams in hockey right now. So we're coming down. I think we're previewing all the games but one. One game does not have any, and every other game still has one team at least with an outside shot with no NBA. We're going to preview most of the games. Greg's here today as well. He's ready for some hockey underdogs, or is he saying, I'm ready for some hockey dogs? Larry Martin in here. And let's see who else. Tim M. coming at you here tonight. Changed his avatar. I don't know what that is. Is that Starry Night? How about the splashdown? Man, the splashdown. That was pretty spectacular. I don't know how else you could say, especially if we're watching it live on that TV, watching that capsule come down there at such an incredible speed. Could you imagine the ride in that thing? And then the parachutes come out. That was really great. Just got to say it right now here on Night Moves. It's not sports, but that was pretty awesome. All right, that's it from you guys in the chat a little bit. Let me do baseball. We're here real quick. Then we're going to go over to Tony'sPicks.com. We did have some winners here on Night Moves, including last night. Arizona Diamondbacks on the run line there against Philly. Or was it the over? I don't know. I think we had them both. That's the way we talked it up anyway. They're in that game with Philly and Arizona. I think Arizona was the play. One or the other. I won them both. I won Arizona run line and the over. I'm just not sure. 5-4, though. Arizona gets the win. It goes over there as Soroka over Luzardo in that one. 5 runs in the 5th made it stand up after the Phillies scored 4 in the first yesterday. Kind of a wild game for sure there in that one. Also, winner here on Night Moves yesterday with Yankees and Rays game to go under 5-3. Tampa gets the win. It stays under, went to 8.5 as the Rays got the win over the Yankees there. Look out, Yankees. Back you're in the trop now. We had a premium pick winner with the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday over at Tony's with the win 10-4 with Corbin over Woods Richardson. Toronto taking out their frustrations on the Twins, which Woods Richardson had been good, but got roughed up a little bit there. Premium pick winner for us here, White Sox and Royals under. Was it 2 American League Central teams? Yeah, I think it was. So did we go under? You bet we did, and it was 2-0. Bubic over Davis Martin there yesterday. Man, just go under in these American League Central games. I mean, you don't need some guy on YouTube telling you about it. Also, we had a winner on Night Moves, a Miami and Detroit game to go under yesterday, too. Kind of described it as a game that looked like an American League Central game. And it did go under there with Keter Montero over the Sheriff. 2-0. Detroit gets the win there in that one. Night Moves winner here last night. All right. And I think we had one other premium winner here. Let me see. I'll just go over to Tony'sPicks.com. Want to hear from you guys in the chat there. But let me go to our website, Tony'sPicks.com, where you can pick up our premium picks every day. Absolutely, our best picks are over at Tony's Picks. You can use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off all premium pick packages, including mine here on Saturday. Tomorrow we're going to have UFC 327 live from the Kaseya Center in Miami with Prochazka and Alberg here, light heavyweights, vacant title here with Yuri going up against Alberg, the New Zealander. Prochazka coming in here 6-2, the former champ, comes in off of a KO win over Roundtree back at UFC 320. He had to rally from behind. He was losing on the cards. Is up against Carlos Alberg, has won 9 straight in the UFC, 9-1 overall, second most all-time light heavyweight consecutive wins. Knocked out Dominic Reyes last time out, last September, as a 250 favorite in a fight night main event. So who is going to replace Pereira as the champion in light heavyweight? We'll find out tomorrow, and I'll have a card here at Tony'sPicks.com for the UFC. Also, some other good bouts on there, including Mateusz Gamrot, lightweights against Esteban Ribovics. So I'll have a card at Tony'sPicks.com for UFC. I'm kind of heating up in UFC a little bit. Where is the website? Here we go. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com. I want to see who's hot. I know I was on the handicapper leaderboards again here, a little bit of a run. Here we go. I want to see who my cohorts here. Shout them out. Ron Crawford again. A very good day here. 7-3. He's got me beat. 7-3. 70% for Ron. Up 4 units on the day. There I am. 7-4. 64%. Up 2.5 units on the day there. Had some other premium pick winners that I can check out here real quick. Let's see what went on yesterday. I know I had some winners. I had some losers to be continued. But Let's see, winners here included. Oh, we had that one. Yeah, the Warriors there going over against the Kings. There's our White Sox under there against the Royals. Lost the Boston under there as Boston went off on them. Sure enough. Uh, Also under with Philadelphia and Indiana. Premium pick winner there for me on Friday. Uh, uh, Also, Giants Orioles under. Oh, we got nipped at the wire there in that one by a half a run. Toronto is a favorite in there. Also, college baseball 3-pack goes 2-1. We had over with Utah and Arizona State. We also had the over with West Virginia and Texas Tech in a 12-8 game. Those went well over. I lost my soccer play with Real Madrid. They just had no life in there, trying to bounce back off those rough week. But also lost here with the Bruins. They got 3 in the 12th inning, but could not get past. They did get past Rutgers, number 1 team in the country. And then we had started the day off with a tennis winner with Potapova over Tagger. We had Tagger in the previous round. We had Potapova in this round. So we know what we're doing out there on the clay courts. 7-4 there yesterday. All right, let me talk about everybody else. So, Stacks McKelvey 4-2, Shane Mickle 3-2, Joey Tron 1-0, Tony T 2-1, getting it done. Mills Young also winning day for Damian Sosh won his only play. David Racy in the green, Solo Malone in the green, Tom Redgard with some dog action in the green. Tom ran Ron on. Over the last 7 days, Jonathan Solo Malone up 13 units. Tony's Picks VIP account 75%. I'm third for the week with 3 2/3 units profit. Mills Young up there 60% for the last 7 days. Shane Mickle up 3 1/3 units. Damian Sosh up 2.5 units. Chris Adkins up a couple of units. Justin McKelvey. Nick Lagarettos, double shooty, all in the green over the last 7 days, last 30 days. Nick Lagarettos up 14 1/4 units of profit. There's Shane Mickle up over 10 3/4 units profit. Ron Hahn up over nearly 8 units profit. Double shooty up nearly 6 units. David Racy 4.5 units. I'm up there on the monthly leaderboards right now. Look out. I'm real close on the yearly too here with my multi-sports of 4 units here for the last 30 days. Tony T up nearly 4 units as well. And the VIP account also in the green. Click on the Premium Picks tab. That's where you'll find all the picks. You'll see me on some other shows, some other channels, but just know that this is my top plays right here on the entire card. These are my high roller boutique picks. These are the ones you're going to go big on when you subscribe over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hey, there's Mills. He's got his 3-pack ready to go in the UFC for tomorrow. Take a look at Mills here. You see him interviewing up-and-coming rising stars in MMA. He's got the inside on 3 plays for tomorrow. Great job by Mills. Always great interviews. Also, let's see who else has got anything going here on Saturday. Looks like the gang is. Here's David Racy. He's got an early Saturday winner up there right now. And that's it over at Tony'sPicks.com. Click on the All Cappers tab. Find the handicapper of your choice. Click on their handicapper profile page, and that's how you get signed up. All right, let's get to it right now. That's enough promoting here this week, but hey, we're having some winners, so let's go ahead and talk it up a little bit when you're winning, okay? All right, let's see what else is going on. Everybody's ready to roll here. And Otani Superfan. Nice to see Otani Superfan in here today. And aren't we all? Otani Super. But we got. How does Otani Superfan have the Aaron Judge mug? All right. So going here on the show. Before I forget, one pick coming up in rugby. I'm going to give that out right now. It's going to be Melbourne and New Zealand Warriors coming up. This I don't want to forget, like I did yesterday. Cost myself giving out a winner on the show. So I'm going to go here to NRL with Melbourne and New Zealand Warriors. This one is at 5 5:30 Eastern, 2:30 Pacific, and I'm going to take the over 48.5 of the Melbourne Storm and the New Zealand Warriors as my live pick of the night here on the show. All right. Also, great action ready to go in soccer here today. Of course, on Saturday, we got domestic league action here across the pond, including action domestically in the EPL, Serie A, La Liga as well, Bundesliga, League One, all the top leagues in action today in North America as well with MLS and Liga MX. My Tijuana Cholos upset winner last night on the road at Juarez, a battle of the border towns, and Tijuana upset him there yesterday as a big underdog, nearly a $4 dog for Tijuana. Nice job. All right, let's go here to our previews and get started. All right, we're going to start off here right now with the Diamondbacks on the road. Oh, let me. A little technical issue here. Doesn't seem like. I think my panels didn't get saved here, guys. It's going to be a slight delay here for each game right now. I don't know what happened there, but that's all right. We'll piece it together here. We'll just get going on the show. All right, here we go. Thank you for your patience right now. Just a little bit of technical. I don't know what happened. My banners didn't get saved here. You even had the wrong date. Did I have the wrong date on there? Okay, I'm sorry about that, game. Here we go. Diamondbacks and Phillies going to start us off here with the action early on, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific. Yeah, action in the National League here with Phillies, $1.35 with Taijuan Walker going here for the Phils, losers of 3 straight. Arizona, they've won 3 straight, including yesterday's win over Philly here, 5-4 to get that series opener. Philly struggling right here after back-to-back shutout losses at San Francisco, lost here at home to Arizona yesterday. Arizona comes in here 8-6 right now. It's Philadelphia that's 6-7 here currently. You got Walker going here. Still for Walker, 9.31 ERA, 2.2 WHIP. Coming into this one, just 6 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings, 17 hits, 11 runs. Arizona can hit a little bit. That's for sure for Arizona here. Brandon Pfaadt, 6.75 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, 10 2/3 innings pitched. Also, not great numbers here for Pfaadt, but they are Arizona a little bit of a dog here. So see what you guys have in the chat. The way the show works is I preview every game. I make a pick here, usually side or total or run line. And then I ask for your picks in the chat, members of the chat pros. And I show your picks. Be famous here. Pick the winners for me here on Night Moves. Arizona's won 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams. However, Arizona just 1-4 in their last 5 at Philadelphia. Philadelphia here has gone over in 4 of their last 5 games at home, but under in 4 of their last 5 overall. Arizona's won not only the 3 straight, but 4 of 5 coming in. Let's see what you have here in the chat today with this one. Philadelphia and Arizona getting us started here on Night Moves. I think overall, the way I see this, right now, Philadelphia might be just lacking confidence. I mean, Arizona on a strong run here, 5 of their last 6. Also producing runs on the road, strong over trends on the road as well. In fact, these two teams, you got Arizona 5-1-1 to the over on the road. Philadelphia 5-1-1 to the over at home. Maybe there will be more runs. It snuck over yesterday. And here you got it again at 8.5. Philly just 1-4 in their last 5, and I don't know. Seems like Walker's got a cold arm out there so far. Arizona certainly has the bullpen edge right now. statistically anyway. Let's see what you have here in this one. Maybe Arizona. Here we go. All right, we're gonna start off here with Cal Dog Diamondbacks again. Maybe the over. I think you got to look just right there. An under would be a weird pick here. Jimmy says he'll try the over. It could go a little contrarian, but I don't know. Philly's on the run line here for Mr. Weskers. Except Philly will a big return here, looking for Philly to get back on track here somehow, some way. Right now, Philly got to find a way here at this point to produce something here. I don't know if I can do it right now. I like what I'm seeing from Arizona here, and I'm going to have to take Arizona on the road after they get it done yesterday. I think this lineup looking pretty good here right now. Carroll, we'll see what his status is here, but still got that questionable tag. Hopefully he's in there. He's having a great year so far. 333 average here. Vargas has been on fire so far. Yeah, the rest of the lineup could use a little work here. But for Philly, I mean, who really is hitting outside of B-Marsh right now? Turner's hitting a little bit here so far to date, but and Crawford. I'm going to take the Arizona Diamondbacks in this one again on the road and keep it kind of going here. I like the D-backs. All right, next up. Hope I don't miss any of our games here, guys. Let me see if I can make sure I get these games in the right order. Can it be just a moment here to make sure I don't screw things up? I may have screwed something up here on the graphics, so it's gonna be just a moment here. That doesn't bother you too much. Okay, here we go. Next up, the Miami Marlins are going to take on the Detroit Tigers. Jansen Junk on the mound here for Miami, going up against Casey Mize here for the Tigers. Tigers got the win there yesterday in the matchup 2-0 over Miami to win the first game of this series. A low-scoring game, good pitching there, obviously. There is Detroit got a run in the second, a run in the fifth to make it stand up there for Keter Montero, who went 6 innings, gave up the 2 hits, and the bullpen was sharp. Chris Paddock also pitched pretty well, but it was Detroit getting the win there. Their favorite here, $1.40 in this one with Mize. Detroit comes in 5-9 right now, not great, but 3-1 at home, and maybe just sending out there on the road. It wasn't a good start to the season, no doubt about it. Now Miami 8-6, but 1-3 on the road, and they were unable to produce any offense yesterday. So, I think Mize might be rated as the stronger pitcher overall. Statistically, though, Junk comes in here with better numbers so far this season. 3.0 ERA, 1.2 whip, 8 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings. Mize, meanwhile, 5.2 ERA, 1.55 whip, 13 Ks in 10 1/3 innings so far. So, Mize, I'm saying he's a better overall perception in his career at this point. Junk's still a young pitcher. So is Mize, but, it just seems like Mize, the more decorated pedigree, I guess, here a little bit. Total 7.5 under 15 here in this one. Let's see what you've got in the chat between these two. I think here Detroit, I'm strong at home right now. Like I said, maybe this is a situation where they just rough start on the road. Usually this is when Miami comes in here. It's been a low-scoring game pretty much every time when they play here in Detroit anyway. It is an interleague series, so it doesn't happen but every other year or so. But when they have met here, it has been kind of a low-scoring game. Miami still has been a big-time over so far this season. In fact, over in 9 of their last 10 games overall, and over in 3 of 4 so far on the road. Detroit is 3-5 to the under as a favorite. Here, both bullpens have been pretty solid so far, and only 2 runs scored yesterday. I don't know if they're going to get enough going here right now. Detroit, did snap a 5-game losing streak there by winning that last game. Miami had won 2 in a row before they dropped that previous game. So let's see what the chat has to say here.
Steam play.
Here we go. Thank you, chat. Let's see here. Over for Timmy. Under for Tim M. And Cal Dog does like the Tigers here in this one. Yeah, I do too. I'm going to go under, though. I mean, what can I say? I'm going to have a few unders on this show. It's been working. Under's been working. And I think here, maybe Mize's numbers are up there, but the Marlins couldn't produce any runs yesterday, so good luck to them today. Detroit, though, looking pretty good at home. 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under as well. 4 of the last 6 here in Detroit has gone under when these two teams have met. All right, I'm going to take the under in this one. Thank you to the chat, and we're going to keep it moving here on Night Moves. Oops. Going to have to remember to fix the graphic every time. Apologize there for these delays. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. We got the Pirates here taking on the Cubs with Braxton Ashcraft going here for the Pirates in this one, and Cabrera goes here for the Cubs. Cubs about $1.40 here, maybe $1.45. The total 6.5 under 20 here, or is it over 20? I just typed it in. It can't be too far off. Yeah, over 20. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. For Ashcraft here, 2.25 ERA so far for Braxton Ashcraft. Just a whip of 1, 11 strikeouts in 12 innings. It's looked pretty good here so far, 1-1 record. For Edward Cabrera, no ERA so far for Cabrera. It does have a win on his record. 0.69 whip coming in, 9 strikeouts and 11 2/3 innings, just 2 hits allowed so far, and 6 strikeouts. Cabrera's looked sharp here for the Cubs so far this season, no doubt about it. But the Bucks here continue to impress right now. Pittsburgh gets the win on the road yesterday, 2-0 in that afternoon game, as the Cubs couldn't produce any runs. And the Pirates come away with another victory. They're 8-5 on the season right now, 4-3 on the road. They're a dog here. Cubs just 6-7 right now, 3-4 at home, 4-5 as a favorite. Still going to be favored. You probably got what is perceived as a pitching advantage for Cabrera here over Ashcraft, who has performed well, but Cabrera obviously has been really terrific so far. Let's see how you have this one with Pittsburgh taking on the Cubs here. Afternoon game on a Saturday. Pirates are outperforming expectations, that's for sure. But, man, a strong record as an underdog so far is bringing home that money. 3-4, but I think they're a little bit profitable because of that. The Cubs have been unreliable as favorites, that's for sure, at 4-5 right now. What's wrong with the Cubs? Pirates have won 7 of their last 9 overall. Pittsburgh 1-5 in their last 6 against the Cubs, but they've won, as I said, uh, 4-3 on the road, 4-1 their last 5 on the road. 9 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams have gone under, but the wind is blowing in 7 miles an hour, and this total's down to 6.5. I don't know if I like that. 7 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams here in Wrigley have gone under. Obviously, with this wind blowing in here, it isn't totally stiff, but it is 51 degrees expected here right now. So maybe there's a little bit of that. The game was just 2-0 yesterday, so I'm sure that's part of it too, especially with these pitchers, these starting pitchers who do have very solid numbers in the first couple of starts anyway. Doesn't mean everything, but let's see what the chat says. Pirates here for Cal Dog, Pirates for Timmy Two Shoes, and Otani looking for that UFC. These are the new Bucks, right? You got KG in there. Here's Cubs on the run line. Mr. Weskers isn't going to let these another contrarian favorite there for Mr. Weskers, it feels like. Over for Timmy Two Shoes, Javier Martin. I hope I said Martin. It could just be Javier Martin. But hello to Javier. He likes the Pirates. Shaka's on the Cubs. Timmy says, when you've got Ashcraft and Cabrera, should be good for it. And they can still go over playing small ball here, says Cal Dog. Yeah, but you know what? They didn't play small ball yet. The only small was a score yesterday, so a little bit worrisome there, coming off just 2 runs. And, still, that was a good I thought it was a good pitching matchup. I think everybody knows I like Majinski and Imanaga. Looked a little flustered out there at times. All right, I guess that's it. For this one. I got to make my call here. I'm taking them too. I'm going back to Pittsburgh in this one. Give me the Bucks here. As a dog, I'm taking them. Oops. Okay. All right, here we go. Next up. Twins and Blue Jays. American League action here for Saturday with the Blue Jays slight favorite at home with Eric Lauer on the mound, $1.15 total, 8 under 15. Governor Joe Ryan goes for the Twins. Toronto, winners of 2 straight here right now. The Twins lost the opener, of course, in this one to the series here 10-4 on Friday as the Blue Jays finally got off and got their offense going and pounded Woods Richardson. For Toronto right now, they're 6-7. Definitely we're slumping here, so they're trying to pick it up. Minnesota just 2-5 on the road so far this season. Not good. Ryan coming in here with a 4.39 ERA, 1.26 WHIP, 17 Ks in 14 1/3 innings. For Lauer, 4.9 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, 9 Ks, 7 1/3 innings so far here. So starters haven't been great. Ryan certainly has a reputation of he should be a little bit better than this. Lauer, kind of a journeyman for sure here at this point. These numbers might be somewhat in line with his career trajectory. Probably should be a little bit better right now, coming in anyway, the left-hander. So the Twins, man, they trend heavily to the under, don't they? Right now, 3-6 to the under as a dog, but a lot of times, even going back to last season, again, here we are in a little bit of American League action. We'll see if we can get some runs here, but I might be ready to take another under right now, despite the fact there were 14 runs scored in yesterday's game. Toronto isn't a hardcore under here this season. In fact, they have gone under in 4 of their last 6, in 6 of their 10 at home. Toronto's gone under in 6 of 10 at home so far this season. 7 straight meetings, though, between the two teams have gone over. Right now, 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams here in Toronto have gone over when these two teams have met. Jays have lost 6 of 8 coming in to this one, and Jays have won 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two. Let's see what you have here in this one. Minnesota and Toronto here, both offenses certainly inconsistent right now. I would say to say the least. Here for Toronto. I mean, Vladdy's hitting 270 or so. Sanchez about 280. Not bad. Clement 270. Heineman's really got to be in there. Twins here. Martin 250. Bell's got up over 300 now. 317 or so. See what you got in the chat here. And it's going to be Joe Ryan's a dumpster fire. Cal Dog says Blue Jays.
Final.
And Mr. Westwood says he's loading the bases every time. Jimmy Two Shoes like Lauer for 5 Ks and the Jays plus 1.5. So we get a little plus money in there, he says. All right, a lot of runs yesterday. Starters are struggling here, but I'm going to take the under in this one with the Twins and the Blue Jays today. Maybe I'm just addicted to these unders here at this point, but I'm going to grab the under here with the Twins and the Blue Jays. Next up, it's going to be like that. The White Sox here are on the road, taking on the Royals in this one. You got the Royals $1.90, and the total is 9 here with Waka favored in this one at home against Betty and the Sox. Oh, wrong Sox. Sorry about that. See what you think here in this one with the Royals here. Royals coming in right now off of the win yesterday over Chicago. They were able to get that win, of course, by the score of 2-0. We mentioned it. Just a couple of single markers in there is all the Royals needed, as the White Sox couldn't produce any runs. And we'll see what they can do here against Michael Waka. Waka coming in here right now with a 0.69 ERA and a .77 whip. It's been off the charts so far, 13 innings, 10 Ks, just 1 earned run so far for Waka. Kansas City is just 6-8 right now, but White Sox just 2-6 on the road coming in. Fetty comes in with a 4.09 ERA, 1.18 whip, 11 innings and 8 strikeouts here so far. So, yeah, big favorite here right now with Waka. But, the Royals here, look, Kansas City is 16-4 in the last 20 meetings between these two teams. And White Sox just 4-13 in here at Kansas City over the last few years. So it's always been a trouble spot for the White Sox when coming in here. White Sox just 1-4 straight up in their last 5. 5 of the last 6 games for the White Sox have gone under. Both teams strong to the under here for sure. This is, after all, an American League Central game. I don't need to tell you what to do. In fact, I better just go to the I'll just go to the run line here. I'm going to take the Royals to win it on the run line in this one. Kansas City has lost 6 of their last 9, but I think they just got an all-around good matchup here in this one against the White Sox. I'll take them here. Give me the Royals on the run line. I'm sure it'll be very close to I don't know, maybe it'll be 2-0 again. See what the chat has. Sox money line here for Larry, I think. Walk at home. It's going to be the Royals for Timmy. Mr. Wesker's going with the Sox here to win this one on the, or is it the money line here plus $1.60. All right. Yeah, I can't do it. Not with this, not in this one. Okay. Next up, Angels and Reds. Major League action here for Saturday. Interleague play, 4:10 Eastern, 1:10 Pacific. For the Angels here, George Klassen, 6.75 ERA, 3.0 whip, 4 strikeouts. Hey, Angels got the win there yesterday by the score of 10-2. Pounded the Reds there after the Reds have been hot, but right now they've lost 3 straight all of a sudden. For the Reds here, Brandon Williamson, 4.76 ERA, 106 whip, coming in 11 and a third innings here right now. But man, yesterday, big time runs there for the Halos. Put up a 10 spot on them. What's going to happen here tonight? Angels come in here having won 4 of their last 6 games overall. They are just 2-10 in their last 12 games against Cincinnati, but that is about a 4-year sample size. Cincinnati's gone over in 4 of their last 5. They've also gone over here in 4 of their last 6 games at home. Cincinnati is 7-1 in their last 8 games against the Angels overall over the last few years here. But man, the Angels did pound them yesterday. Maybe, Williamson, you got the little bit more established starter here than Klassen here, but I don't know, maybe you could trust the Angels' run production on the road yesterday. I don't know if I can. But we'll see what you guys think in the chat here in this one. Reds dominate this team when they play, but it is an interleague game. Both teams obviously trending over heavily right now. Angels here with those 5 straight overs, and the Reds for their last 5 over here right now. Man, they got to think there's going to be some runs scored here. I'm going to go with the over in this one with the Angels and the Reds. Give me the over. I took an over. Unbelievable. Okay, here Timmy's on the over as well. So is Cal Dog. Larry took the run line in the Toronto game. I think he meant on Toronto. Yeah, I think he meant on Toronto. Next up, how about the swinging A's on the road here, taking on the Mets? Man, the A's stifling the Mets yesterday in a 4-0 shutout to send them to their 3rd straight loss. The A's have won 3 in a row over the Yankees, 2 in a row, and then the Mets. Man, here come the A's. Look out. They're 6-7 right now. The Mets are 7-7, and the Mets are, having some woes here. They lost those 2 games to Arizona. They haven't played well at all here of late. The offense, not so much here. They got a few categories that they've been strong in. They're top half of the league in offense, but man, they just can't seem to put it all together on any given night here. The A's came in there and looked impressive yesterday, and now you've got Jacob Lopez here going for the A's in this one. For Lopez, 6.48 ERA, 2.28 whip, 6 Ks in 8 1/3 innings. He has not looked great so far, but he's had his share of starts. He's going up against Kodai Senga, 3.08 ERA, 1.2 whip, 16 strikeouts, and 11 2/3 innings here for Senga in this one. But man, how about these A's? Woo! Looking impressive here all of a sudden on the New York swing. They're playing some good ball here, and Senga certainly got the pitching advantage here, but I don't know. I'm not trusting this price here. I don't think. Let's see what you got. The A's are minus $1.60 on the run line, a little bit hefty. Let's see what you got. I'm going to go to the chat, but man, the A's here just feel like a good vibe here all of a sudden. After shutting out the Mets yesterday, the Mets look flustered. A's have won 4 of 5, and the Mets have lost 4 of 5 at home. I mean, you got a value dog with some recent form coming in. It feels like here right now on these Athletics. A's are 1-8 to the under on the road so far this season. Yes, are they lacking some hitting sometimes? Yeah. Are they getting some good pitching now and then? That too. Here, so interesting though. This team with their home games there in Sacramento. To be fair, they are 3-0 to the over at home. They've been playing mostly on the road so far. So just the fact they've got a 6-7 record here overall, 2-1 at home. So watch out. The A's here might be sneaking up. They're only going to get better here once they, everybody says this ownership and what they're doing. But I think once they get to Vegas, start spending a little more money. Let's see what we got here from the chat. Hey, good to see Brayson in there today. He had a nice day on Friday. He had a big bet on the Rays in there. Lost the Dodgers run line. Timmy's talking about the bullpens in there. Cal Dog says A's on the run line here. Larry's got a Sox Royals under parlay, I believe. That might be it. Nobody really too interested. I'm taking the A's. I'm taking the A's to win this one on the road as an underdog here. Give me the A's. I'm going to come right back with them here with Lopez over Senga. Senga's the better pitcher here statistically so far, but I like what I'm seeing here right now with the A's, and I'm going to take them here in this one. Next up, Yankees are $2 favorites on the road against the Rays. Max Fried going here, 1.35 ERA. Yankees have lost 3 straight. Rays got him. In the trop. Fried, 0.75 whip. 20 innings, 14 strikeouts. So he's already been pretty active here. He had that first start of the season in that Giants game. So for Nick Martinez here, good numbers as well. 2.25 ERA, 0.67 whip, 7 strikeouts in 12 innings. Martinez might fit the bill as the type of starter the Rays are looking for here this season. Fried, a $2 favorite, man, and the Rays will give you a battle no matter what it feels like here. Let's see what you think in this one, but yeah, the Yankees should be able to win. They better win. If you're a $2 favorite right now in this one, they still, no matter how you look at it, they have kind of owned Tampa. Like I said, I think when they were playing in the other park, it was favoring the Yankees, but maybe back here now a little bit. Still dating back to last year, Yankees won 5 of the last 6 against them. They've also won 5 of the last 7 on the road, even though they were playing at the Steinbrenner Field, remember. So far, Tampa here right now, 8-4-1 to the over. Yankees 4-7-2 to the under. The Yankees come in 8-5. Tampa 6-7. Let's see what you got here. Fried and Martinez. The Yankees, I would say, Tampa's bullpen is improving. They've gotten that ERA down to 6.33, but Yankees still, it's a major bullpen edge, I would say. And maybe it is a bounce back spot for the Yankees, but at $2, come on. Okay, here we go. Cal Dogs on the over. Rays money line for Mr. Westers here. Andrews on the Yankees. Timmy says Rays on the run line. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the Rays on the run line at -105. Probably going to like the under, but, I can only give out so many unders on this show. But again, I just, the Rays, there's something about it. You're in the Trop. The Yankees get a little, not calling it complacent at all. Yankees lost to the A's a couple in a row. Now you're losing to the Rays. Come on, Yankees. Jeez. Okay. Mr. West says, who's going to hit the ball for the Yankees right here? Who's even hitting for the Yankees at this point? Rice hit another home run there yesterday. He is hitting. Stanton's hitting as well. But the rest of them, man, they're all hitting under 200. A Judge 222, Belly 238 or so. Rays like that dome, right? You'd think, hey, let's just rebuild this dumb dome. Let's see here. Larry went under in the Reds game back there. Andrew K going with the Rays. Yankees run line, though, for Shaq. Look, come on, Yankees. You're playing the Rays here. But I'm taking the Rays on the run line. Next up. Sorry about the delay here, you guys. Shouldn't have this type of issue, but once in a while. Okay, here we go. All right, you got the Nationals here with Foster Griffin taking on Kyle Harrison and the Brewers. Matchup of left-handers here. Griffin's been good so far, 2.7 ERA, 1-0 record for this rookie here. 1.3 whip, 11 Ks, and 10 strikeouts. For Harrison, 2.61 ERA, 0.97 whip, 14 Ks, and 10 1/3 innings. So good starting pitching here. But look, yesterday there was some runs scored 7-3 as Washington got the win there yesterday. Maybe it should be better today with these guys. I'm not so sure. And Washington, this offense too. I mean, both these teams are top 5 in most offensive categories coming in. Harrison, the more established pitcher here for sure, maybe has an advantage in that perspective, although the numbers would say good job here by Foster Griffin so far. Go see what you have here in this one with the Brewers here at home. Man, the Brewers looking great here still despite the loss. 8-5 right now. 6-2 is a favorite. Washington 4-3 on the road right now. Although they seemingly can't win, they're still on a 2-7 run, I think, here right now, despite that win. This matchup has produced 7 straight overs, including yesterday. The numbers on the starters are good, but I might be thinking watch out. I think the Brewers are going to get one here. I'm going to take them on the run line in this one. Good job, Nationals, yesterday. I'm going to go back to the Brewers here today and take them on the run line here at -1.5 plus $1.25. Milwaukee, yeah, they've lost 4 of 6 here, 3-game losing streak coming in. Lost a couple to Boston there. Still, Washington 1-6 in the last 7 meetings. They had a 6-game losing streak to the Brewers before winning yesterday, and Washington's gone over in 7 of their last 8. Milwaukee's gone over in 6 of their last 9. 7 straight meetings over. Did I say it right? See what folks have in the chat here. A lot of Brewers action maybe here. Cal Dogs on the run line here. Mr. Weskers is taking the Brewers and he's laughing about it. I think he's not taking the Brewers. A's run line. Oh, that's on that other game there. Over for Timmy. And Andrew likes the Brewers to rock here by 50 million runs. Mr. Weskers likes Washington on the money line, and Shaq likes the Brewers on the run line here. I'm going to take the Brewers on the run line in this one. Next up, the Giants are on the road here, taking on the Orioles. Major League Baseball interleague play for Saturday, 7:15 Eastern, 4:15 Pacific here at Camden Yards. Giants got the win yesterday over the Orioles here by the score of 6-3 to open the series. Third straight win here for the Giants. They're 3-1 on the road right now. Baltimore's 0-3 as a dog so far. Baltimore here also 0-3 as a run line underdog so far this season. Baltimore's gone over in 4 of 7 games at home. San Francisco is 6-3-1 to the over in their last 10 games overall coming into this matchup. San Francisco's won 4 of their last 3 of 4 on the road so far this season. They've also won 5 of the last 6 games here in Baltimore over the last couple of years. Baltimore's gone over in 6 of their last 9. 5 straight meetings between the two teams have gone over here. So let's see what you have here with Logan Webb going up against Chris Bassett. For Webb here, 1.39 whip here, but a 5 ERA, 15 strikeouts in 18 innings, giving up 11 runs so far. Un-Webb-like numbers at this point for Baltimore here. Chris Bassett, awful numbers, 14.2 ERA, 2.84 whip, just 3 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings, giving up 10 earned runs and 12 hits in just 6 1/3 innings. He's been awful here for the Orioles so far this season, Chris Bassett. Giants are a little bit of a favorite here on the road with Webb. Probably the better starter here at this point, especially with Bassett. He's got to improve here for sure, but Giants do dominate this matchup. Both teams kind of trending over. I think offense has to be expected here, but Webb he better shut these guys down. Only $1.20. Bassett with these bad numbers here. I'm taking the Giants on the road at minus $1.20 after winning yesterday's game here 6-3. I'm taking the Giants today to win again. Give me the Giants. All right, let's see here. Cal Dog says Webb is confused. Orioles here for Andrew. Bassett hurting for a win. He'll take the over, says Timmy. Mr. West will be fading Webb here. Larry went with the Yankees back there. Cal Dog Cam back Webb. And Timmy says he likes Webb for some strikeouts here. All right. Let's see, we're cruising along here, despite my technical issue here. Still got plenty of baseball games to go here on Night Moves, and then we're going to get into a long hockey card. We're far from over here. Stay tuned.
Final.
Next up, Red Sox on the road, taking on the Cards here in this one in St. Louis. Ranger Suarez for the Red Sox. 8.64 ERA so far for Mr. Ranger, sir. 1.92 whip, 5 strikeouts in just 8 1/3 innings, 13 hits allowed so far for St. Louis here. You've got Kyle Leahy going in this one for Leahy here. So far, the right-hander, 5.4 ERA, 1.8 whip, 5 strikeouts in 10 innings, 13 hits allowed. We saw the series opener was won by the Cardinals, 3-2. Everybody thought a lot of runs would be scored maybe in that one, but 3-2 final there as St. Louis got the win to improve to 8-5. Boston here, big time problems right now. 4-9 record, 1-6 on the road so far this season. Man, it's been tough, and I don't know where's the hitting here at this point. A game was supposed to have some runs yesterday, just 5 runs total, and no doubt trouble producing here for Boston. I think it could be a problem here again today. We'll see. I mean, Ranger Suarez has been giving it up. Leahy's numbers aren't exactly great, so maybe the offenses can come through, but where were they yesterday? I'm apt to come in with the dog here again, I think, with Leahy against Ranger Suarez. Boston just having issues here right now. I think St. Louis is plus money. Boston with all these road losses here so far. 1-6 on the road. I think it's 6 straight losses actually on the road. They won their first one, but 6 in a row now. Cardinals are on a little bit of a roll for sure. 5-2 at home, 7-4 as a dog. They've won 4 of 5. And with these offenses being so inconsistent, we may get another under in this game tomorrow, despite what we've seen from these starters of poor numbers. So I'm going to take the Cardinals here as an underdog at home at a little bit of plus money here, 110, 115. Give me the Cards here in this one. See what the chat had to say here. Can't lay it with Boston, says Mr. Weskers here. Cards for Cal Dog. Cards for Timmy. They know old Ranger, he says. These two teams really have had some high-scoring games. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over, but interleague series here, so. All right, we're going to keep it going here. A few games left here on Night Moves for the baseball segment. And it's going to be next up. Got the Guardians on the road here, taking on the Braves. Parker Messick going here for Cleveland. Great numbers so far for Messick. 0.81 ERA, 1-0 record. Martin Perez goes for Atlanta. Atlanta winners of 3 straight. For Perez here, he comes in with a 3.85 ERA, 0.85 whip, 4 strikeouts, and 9 1/3 innings. Braves get the win 11-5 in the series opener there yesterday for their 3rd straight win. Cleveland, meanwhile, had their winning streak snapped when they lost the game yesterday in that one to the Braves. Atlanta pretty good at home so far, 5-2 right now. 6-3 is a favorite, and not only that, the best bullpen in all of baseball statistically here. Cleveland's had road success of late, but just 4-4 overall on the road. Started with the weak series there. Cleveland's actually lost 5 straight games against Atlanta. Cleveland also here under in 7 of their last 10 overall. Atlanta 1-6 to the under at home so far this season for the Braves here. So look, Braves are getting some maybe a lack of offense, but also surprisingly some decent pitching here right now. Braves are 9-5, kind of doing it with some arms here. Maybe for Perez here, not the best situation, but his numbers are okay, and we'll see if Cleveland can get anything going with this offense. I imagine they will, but we could just see I don't know. You figure yesterday was a high scoring game, but I don't know if that's necessarily what I'd be expecting here. For Atlanta, that was their first home under in quite a while. Let me see here. First home over, I mean. Right? What did I say? 1-6. 1-6 to the under at home still, despite what we saw there yesterday. They go over on the road and under at home, it looks like, so far. Okay, let's see in the chat here. Can't lay it with the Braves, says Mr. Weskers. Cannot lay big with the Braves. And might be it for the gang here. Guardians to bounce back, says Cal Dog. Yeah, sorry about the typing, you guys. The graphics didn't save, so I'm having to type them in on the fly. Okay, let's see here. Giants run line in there for Larry. All right, not a lot of opinion there from the chat, but I'm down with it. I got to go with the under here right now in this one. Give me the under. I know we just had a big score yesterday, but I'm coming in with the under here in this one. Braves been all unders at home until yesterday. Maybe it's Cleveland. Maybe it's the all Native American matchup here. All right, get ready. I'm excited to talk about the next one, of course. Next up, Padres at home taking on the Rocks here. Herman Marquez, the former Rocky, pitching for the Padres. Padres won yesterday on a walk-off home run for the 2nd straight day. Wasn't a grand slam. It was only a 3-run homer by Gavin Sheets there. For the 2nd straight day, the Padres win on a walk-off home run. 7-3 and 5-2. What's today going to be a 2-run home run walk-off? Now, look, I think the Padres, like I said, it seemed like Marquez was always a decent, an okay pitcher, and you're pitching in Colorado. Maybe that's not all that great. Pull him out of Colorado, maybe you got something. Marquez so far, 4.5 ERA, 2.0 whip for the Padres. Not great here, but so far, 5 strikeouts in 8 innings, 14 hits allowed. But If he goes out there and gives us some good work for Colorado here, Ryan Feltner, 4.32 ERA, 1.32 whip, 5 strikeouts, 8 and a third innings here in this one. Padres looking uh, pretty good here right now, 8-6. All of a sudden, Colorado just 2-6 on the road. This is where they've struggled here a little bit. So Padres, I don't know, manageable number here. It's up to $1.65. I think it opened $1.50 or so. So yeah, it's kind of going up here a little bit, but I might be interested here on my Padres. Padres so far 2-4 to the under as a favorite. Colorado 4-10 to the under overall. Yeah, now yesterday it did stay under in that one, although it went over in the first one. And yeah, 8.5. I mean, I kind of like the under here. Give me the under in this one with the Rockies and the Padres. Can we take under in 8 innings maybe, or yeah, 8 under in regulation, or I don't know. But Padres won again on a walk-off yesterday to get it done. And Rockies here, all of a sudden, a couple losses to end their. They swept Houston, but Rockies 2-6 to the under on the road. Give me the under in this one. Go to the chat here. And Mr. Westwood says the Padres got those hot bats now. They're heating up. And Jimmy's going over here in this one. Padres never perform in the playoffs, says Mr. Westcoast. Cal Dog, Padres ready. Padres money line. Mr. Westcoast says, what about the Padres and that bullpen right now? How are they? I'd say right now the Padres bullpen has not quite gotten up to the standards that we're expecting here, but I think they're getting pretty close. I mean, they're already in the top 10 with a 3.2 ERA coming in. As far as what they'll have available here in the game today, I mean, you're going to probably see who didn't pitch here for the Padres. Probably get some. David Morgan didn't pitch yesterday. Wandy Peralta, maybe if you need him here long term. So, but Marquez is durable. Okay, let's see here. Red Sox run. Let's see. Mr. Wester's Rockies will play hard. I'm looking for comments here on the Padres game. And did everybody like those Padres new third uniforms yesterday? I think they're the best. The Dia de los Muertes theme there. All right. I'm taking the under in that one. Well, we're getting close to the end here. Unfortunately, I did the same thing for hockey. I don't have the graphics in there for some reason. All that time wasted. Rangers and the Dodgers here at Chavez Ravine on Saturday night, 9:10 Eastern, 6:10 Pacific. Dodgers here $1.90 or so. Took the first one here over the Rangers on Friday night by the score of 8-7. What a wild one it was. The runs there late in the game, runs in the ninth inning. Rangers tied the game up with 3 runs in the top of the ninth. The Dodgers needed 2 in the eighth and 1 in the ninth to get the win. They trailed in that one 3-1 after 3, but able to get the win here for the Dodgers in this one. For Texas, Camille Rocker pitched yesterday in the loss and did have subpar performance for sure there, giving up some runs early. For today's game, anyway, Jack Leiter goes a 2.45 ERA, 1.0 whip, 17 Ks, 11 innings pitched. For the Dodgers here, Emmett Sheehan, ERA of 8, 1.89 whip, 8 strikeouts, 9 innings, 12 hits. Should be better. $1.90 doesn't seem great, but I don't know. I just take the Dodgers still. Why not? Dodgers coming in 10-3 as a favorite here. Rangers are 5-3 as an underdog, 4-3 on the road. Rangers 3-6 to the under in their last 9 games, but 5-1-1 to the over on the road. Let's see how you have it here in this one. Dodgers were only able to get that one-run victory yesterday, but I might like them here today. Let's see what you guys have in the chat. It might be a little bit of a tax here. James Kelly doesn't trust Sheehan there. Cow Dog liking the over. Timmy says might be a live bet situation here. Mr. Wesker says the Rangers are kind of tricky here. Sheehan's a good pitcher, says Timmy.
Final.
But he's got that high ERA. I am taking the Dodgers here on the run line. I think this is the spot for me. Dodgers run line here today is my pick, and I'll take them. And that is it, I believe. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, boy. One more in the major leagues here on Saturday night. Astros and Mariners here in Seattle. Luis Castillo goes here for the M's. Castillo, 2.79 ERA, no record so far. McCullers for the Astros, 3.273 ERA, 1-0 record for McCullers here, 1.18 whip, 13 strikeouts in 11 innings. For Castillo, 1.24 whip, 11 strikeouts, 9 2/3 innings. It was the Mariners winning 9-6 in the opener yesterday to win again over Houston. They kind of got their number. Houston still 3-1 as an underdog. That was their first underdog loss, but still 1-6 on the road. Mariners here, slow start to their season, just 5-9. Haven't looked good. 4-7 is a favorite. They are 5-3 to the over at home. Houston 4-0 to the over as a dog. 5-2 to the over on the road. Mariners may have gotten their offense finally going there yesterday with the big run output there with 9 runs. They actually led like 9-3, I think, and then there was a little bit of a comeback in there. Astros are in a free fall, and the bullpen's been terrible. Bullpen's up to a 7 ERA here right now for Houston, basically worst in the league. Can you believe it? Houston, usually a solid, decent bullpen anyway. Right now at the bottom here, they've even fallen behind Tampa Bay. That's trouble. Now, they should be able, to manage this one here maybe with McCullers, but I'm going to go over in this one. Houston, kind of a disaster on the mound here right now. Give me the over with Houston and Seattle on Saturday night. Hello to thanks to you. Nice to see you in the chat. Nope, we're not live. It's an AI. We're talking Major League Baseball. We were. It's over though now. Seattle going under here for Shaq. Mr. Westwood says the Mariners just aren't serious. Under for Timmy here. And let's see. Astros can accidentally win this one. Star Strider. Hello. Star Strider says over is a great choice. And good to see Star Strider. Always Star Strider got that origami in there, I think. Timmy says under First five. That's it for the major leagues. That is it for the major leagues. Gosh, you thought that was fun. Get ready. We're gonna do the same thing in hockey. We're gonna type in the line and every one. At least we might get the goalies right here. Probably should go without the goalies, but we've only got the NHL, the preview. We don't even have the MLB tonight, the NBA tonight. So might as well make the most of it. Got 50 of you in here. I might as well, make sure we get as good of a show as possible here. And I'm ready to go. It's harder to type in hockey names because you know why. The names are harder. And let me get it going here right now with our first matchups here. All right, here we go. And we'll keep you posted here on what's going on in the NHL. All right. First up, Lightning and the Bruins start us off here. NHL action for Saturday, 12:37 Eastern, 9:37 a.m. Pacific time here, and a great one. A hot game here for sure. Now, like I said, most teams here just 3 or 4 games left in the regular season, except for I think Colorado's on 2 games left. But here's 2 good teams who are actually kind of struggling here at this point. Now, I think Boston is going to be able to hang on, but sure would be nice to get one of those home wins if you're the Boston Bruins here. Meanwhile, Tampa's lost 3 in a row, and they're not going to win the division now. They're blowing it here. Buffalo's in first, Montreal's in second, Tampa's in third, and you got to catch 2 of those teams, and they both have little winning streaks. So feels like Tampa, a little bit of El Fado here at the end of the season for the Lightning with 3 straight losses to Buffalo, Ottawa, and Montreal. No problem. I mean, you're still Tampa Bay. I'm sure things will be fine, but you still have Boston here, an underdog at home here, 28-10. They've been so good at home. Tampa is struggling just a little bit. Now they do own Boston. The last 4 meetings have been won by Tampa Bay over the Lightning. So over the Bruins. So maybe that's something to consider here. But still, Bruins elite home profile. 16-2, last 18. I think that outweighs kind of the head-to-head a little bit, and the home trends. I don't know. Kind of points to some goals here, I would think. Yeah, Tampa's had some unders here of late, but they're still 22-18 to the over, and Boston's 31-21 to the over as a dog. So let's see what you have here in this one. But man, I gotta like Boston here. I like Boston in this one. Let's take them here to beat the Lightning in an important game for both. Maybe it is more important for Boston, just considering the fact that Tampa Bay squandered their chances here, maybe to win the division. It does feel like it. Boston can hang on. It feels like to this position here. They could actually sneak up here on the Lightning. Maybe watch out. See what you got in the chat here in this one. Lightning Bruins under for Larry. Bruins at home say Cal Dog, Star Strider under in the first period. Over for Timmy Two Shoes on an early Saturday. Lightning here, big play for Mr. Weskers. And Star Strider going to go with Tampa, though, to end that streak. Timmy Two Shoes is on Boston here, and so am I. I'm going to take Boston here in this one. Next up, we'd have saved 10 to 15 minutes off the show if I would have the graphics saved. Senators on the road taking on the Isles here in this one. Ottawa's won 3 straight right now. The Isles were struggling before they finally picked up a win last time out. The Islanders were able to beat Toronto there after a bit of a losing streak. But here in this one, I don't know. They're even money here at home. You look at the current situation right now for these two teams. The Islanders still 3 points out of the playoff picture here. Ottawa is one of those teams that's inside the playoffs. So if the Islanders could get a win, they're right back in it. It'd be 2 games to go. They still got a shot here. Need this win desperately, however, against the Senators, but I think they could do it here at home. They're 21-17 at home. Ottawa, a little bit of struggles here of late for the Senators coming into this game. See what you think here in this one, but does feel like Ottawa here is kind of, they did get the 3-game winning streak here right in time, but before that, they were having some losses. Here, let me see what it is here. 6-14, their last 20 against the Islanders. That's what I can't read my note there. 6 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone under here when playing at the Islanders. So let's see what you have here in this one with the Senators and the Islanders here. Better go to the chat in this one. I want to hear from you. Here we go. Ottawa's, I think that winning streak has them in a little bit better form for sure. Whereas the Islanders with that losing streak before finally win. This matchup usually is a tight matchup. They met back in March 19th, 3 weeks ago, 3-2. Ottawa got the win at home. Islanders won in Ottawa 5-4 back in early season action here. So these guys, it's usually tight here though. Let's see what you got with these two. Sorokin, for whatever reason, has not been looking as good here of late. It feels like he's struggling a little bit all of a sudden. Islanders still 22-14 at home. Senators, though, 20-15 on the road. Let's go to the chat. Lots of comments here on this one, maybe. Mr. Wester's talking up Sorokin, but man, what is his deal right now? Islanders on the puck line for Larry. Islanders for Cal Dog. Islanders team total under here. Islanders got to stop choking. Timmy likes the Isles. Star Strider says the Senators got to keep possession of the puck. Great comments here from Star Strider.
Final.
Jimmy says the Senators kind of shaking off some drama. All right, that's going to probably do it in this one between the Senators here and the Islanders. Man, I got to make my call here on this one in this matchup. Yeah, I think for me, it's going to be the under here. Give me the under with the Senators and the Islanders. Ottawa here, definitely putting together some unders here of late.
Steam play.
All right, next up, boy. Next up, Capitals on the road here, taking on the Penguins. With the Penguins here, about $1.20 total, 6.5 in this one. With Logan Thompson here, 2.5 goals against, 91.2 save percentage for Silovs here. Could be Silovs, could be Skinner. We'll see who gets the start here in this one. This one's at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. Washington here taking on the Penguins. Both teams are on heater stretches offensively, it seems like right now. You've got to think this one's going to produce plenty of goals, it feels like, the way these teams are going. You got Washington here, 16-13 to the over as a dog. Pittsburgh, 23-16 to the over at home, 16-13 to the over as a favorite. Pittsburgh's won 3 straight. They scored 14 against Florida in back-to-back games and scored 5 against New Jersey. Washington coming off the 4-0 win against Toronto on the road. Washington probably done, but they're still alive, so we're talking about them. Pittsburgh, meanwhile, pretty much locked in second place in the Metropolitan Division. Don't think they're going to be moving too much there right now, but Washington, like I said, they're pretty much done. They probably should have been better this year, but they just were a bit of a disappointment for sure. So let's see how you have it here, though, with Washington and Pittsburgh in this one. It says, like I said, it feels like these teams are really on a heater offensively, and that's not great for a postseason bound team like Pittsburgh right now, but we'll see. Over here for Timmy Cal Dogs on the Penguins. Penguins money line for Larry James on the Penguins here. It's all Penguins. Cal Dog has Skinner starting this one. Thank you, Cal Dog. Caps need to win a few here in the end. There could be one of those just to get the season over with, or can they get back? Like I said, they're not done yet. In fact, I think this is it. They got to win, or they got to win them all. All right, I'm going to take the over in this one. Give me the over, Washington and Pittsburgh. All right, the show would be over if I didn't have to do all these. We got to have the graphics. Come on. Next up, Oilers on the road taking on the Kings here. Got Edmonton, $1.15 total, 6.5 under at -120, maybe 6 over 20 here right now, the way the Kings can't score. But just in time, the Kings have won 3 in a row, and now they're in the playoffs again. They're in the number 2 slot in the wild card right now. And look, if they can win this game against Edmonton, that's really going to be huge for their chances. They're trying to hold off Nashville, Winnipeg, among others. Meanwhile, for the Oilers here, they're trying to win the division. And they could, 90 points, and they're ahead of Vegas, who finally lost a game. But still, Oilers on the road, looking good, man. They're going back, playing defensive hockey here. I think, look, a 6 over 20 in this one. Kings are 10-18 to the under as an underdog here. And, boy, you'd think maybe that's the way this one could end up going. Edmonton here has dominated the matchup. They've won 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams, including 8-1 just about a month and a half ago. Remember that one? Edmonton came into LA and smoked them. Both teams been trending heavily to the over in this spot. It feels like right now, especially the Kings. But again, as an underdog, they've been an under team. But man, you got to think maybe over here. But all right, give me the Edmonton Oilers here on the road against the Kings. I'm going to trust them here. They own this series. Kings right now in line in the playoffs. It wouldn't be a disaster if they lost, but depending on what Nashville does, we're going to preview that game next. But more important here, it feels like for the Kings, Edmonton, though, only a 1 point lead over the Golden Knights. So they're faced with total motivation here as well coming in. I'm going to take the Oilers in this one. Go in the chat here. We might have some picks. James Kelly has got a live ticket on the Oilers money line here to handle the business against Kings. Oilers and Kings could probably choke, says Mr. Weskers. McDavid to get an assist, and the Oilers win. Mr. Weskers loves backing the Oilers this time of year. Look, without Draisaitl, it's been just amazing that they've been able to keep it going here. Oilers will blow them out like last time. Kings made the wrong move, says James Kelly. Cal Dogs on the Oilers. King team total under for Star Strider. Kings score between 2 and 3 goals a game against better teams. Oilers aren't going to go easy on them, says Timmy. And Shaq says, "Go Kings! Come on, happy for them." Got it, but they're not in. They're not in yet. This would be a huge game for the Kings. They really need this one. McDavid over in his shots on goal. All right, next up. An important game, especially considering the one we just talked about. The Wild are on the road here, and they're taking on the Predators. Predators are the team right behind the Kings right now in the standings. They trail them by just 1 point. The Wild are looking good. They are on 102 points in third place in the Central Division in the Western Conference. They're in there. It's almost, in fact, if anything, they might be a little bit cozy, if you know what I mean. Now, they should be better than the Predators here, but again, it's not like the NBA really. But still, you can think in the back of your mind, hey, we're probably going to be in third place no matter what. We could catch Dallas. I mean, the Dallas losses is the NHL after all, but while they're probably going to be in third place in the Central Division here right now, they did lose last time out. Wild dropped the game to Dallas 5-4 on the road there a couple of nights ago to end that winning streak. Still, Minnesota's playing well. And Nashville's been playing well too. They did lose last time out to Utah, but they've been playing darn good here. And like I said, they need this one desperately right now. Wild may be the better team here overall. They did win 6-5 over Nashville back in February, but Minnesota lost 3-2 at home to Nashville back in December. Minnesota's in real strong form, consistent scoring here right now as well. Nashville home games versus Minnesota tend to get a little loose here of late. 6-5 in that last one. Let's see what you got here with these two. Minnesota is 25-14 on the road. I'm going to go with the over in this one with Minnesota and Nashville. Give me the over here. 26-21 to the over for Minnesota right now. I'm going over. We'll go to the chat. We get a lot of great comments in hockey. How many nights I sit there, we don't know hockey, and now tonight when I'm trying to manage these graphics here. Okay, let's see here. Predators puck line for Larry. Predators are a random team, says Star Strider. They do play better teams quite well, or at least on the puck line anyway. Over for Timmy. Star Strider like to see the Wild and the Blues in the playoffs, but yeah, man, the Blues, it just couldn't get it together in the end. Predators here for Star Strider. Cal Dog liking the over. Tarasenko for a goal in there. And Tarasenko, yeah, for Timmy. All right. Yeah, but I just wish it was going faster, Mr. West, because, taking the moment to type it in is really dragging on me a little bit here when we got a modestly long show anyway. I'm glad there's no. I don't want to say I'm glad there's no basketball. We want. What are they doing with the? I mean, are we so smart that we got to play all of our games on the last day of the season? I guess. The way they structure it anyway. Okay, stop talking and type in your graphics. Next up, the Rangers are on the road here taking on the Stars. Okay, the Rangers on the road. That's where you want to take the Rangers. Although, the Rangers have long been toast here. They're not going to the playoffs. They're in last place in the Eastern Conference. Stars, meanwhile, sitting pretty, second place in the Central. That's probably where they're going to end up. They're trying to hold off the Wild. They'll probably do so. Still, they're a pretty big favorite here against the Rangers. Rangers, yes, a disappointing season for sure. And they lost last time out, snapping a 2-game winning streak, lost to Buffalo 5-3. Dallas, meanwhile, 2-game winning streak over Calgary and Minnesota last time out. But those were tough games. They haven't played that great here overall. Dallas here, of course, you think of them at home. Usually this is where they're kind of an under team, but it really hasn't been that way this season. Dallas here is over in 4 of the last 5 games at home against the Rangers. They've gone 13-5 in their last 18 at home. Rangers have won 6 of the last 8 between the two teams overall. Like I said, this might be where you want the Rangers actually. A little bit of spoiler situation. Dallas maybe a little complacent here, dare I say, in this one. Don't want to necessarily, but this is the Rangers where they do it. Still puck line minus $1.50 here in this one. I think I'd rather just take the under. Give me the under here at 6 goals minus $1.25 or so. I think that's good enough for me to just take the under. Look, Dallas is still dominant at home. Rangers road games do trend higher, actually, 23-15 to the over, but I'm going to take the under in this one. In the chat here, can't believe the NBA is over, says Star Strider. Stars looking good for the second seed there. They're going to come in and play hard, says Star Strider. Larry says Stars and Rangers under. Stars haven't been obliterating anybody, says Timmy. We'll take the Stars over. Add plus money, over alternate there. Cal Dog on the over as well. Okay, man, you guys took over and I just went under. Uh-oh. Okay, well, look, you guys mentioned the Blues. I said we're previewing every game, every team until they're eliminated, and that's where we're at with this game. This one, I can't believe we're really. All right, I'll still do the graphic. I'll still do my thing here, but this one, probably we're going to spend less time on this one than I did typing up the graphic. Here's the Blues on the road, taking on the Blackhawks here at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. St. Louis has lost 2 in a row. Chicago's lost 2 in a row right now, but St. Louis did lose the last one to Chicago 7-3 at Chicago back in January. St. Louis just 7-16 as a favorite this season. This is where they've been really, really bad. They're not going to the playoffs. Chicago's at home here. They haven't been good. We know that. But 13-17 at home, maybe this is the one. This is when you take them, right? The Blues are not going to the playoffs here. They're just because they're alive, they'll be out before you know it, out of the picture. St. Louis under trends are pretty strong right now. 16 of the last 20 have gone under. I think with both these teams, you got to think under. They're combined here 69 and 88 to the under. Chicago's been going under here, 16-22 to the under at home. St. Louis 17-22 to the under on the road. Man, under looks strong here, but I'm going to take the Blackhawks here in this one as my official pick here on the show with St. Louis. That poor record, like I said, as on the money line here, 7-16 is a favorite overall, and they're 5-18 as a puck line favorite. So pretty bad. I'm going to take Chicago here. Probably under will be a premium somewhere. See what we got here from the chat, though. Blackhawks run line and over, says Larry. Robertson point team total there. Star Strider, Blackhawks money line. Also here, this is when you take Chicago. They can win one handily for once. You know what's good, Mr. West, because it's a real, I have this jersey in storage, but the logo is just a big, sewn on pad. It's like such a thick jersey. It feels good. You got that Blackhawks head there on the front. Over for Timmy. Blues in a pride game here as they're playing out the string, kind of. Like I said, they're still alive, but it feels like it's over. All right, gang, thank you for being patient here with me on these right now. And I think we got the next game up here and ready to go. We have skipped the Panthers and let me see, or did we? Yeah. The Panthers and the Maple Leafs, we are skipping that game. No preview, thankfully, here for the Panthers and the Panthers and the Maple Leafs. No preview for that one, okay? But we do got the next one here. I think that one's actually down the line, but okay, here we go.
Final.
We got the Devils here taking on the Red Wings. We got Allen here. The Devils are toast. They're not going to the playoffs. Red Wings, meanwhile, 3 points back of Ottawa. They got to go, and they got to go now. They could lose one and still get in there if Ottawa cooperates, but Ottawa's on a 3-game winning streak. Devils come in, Red Wings come in here off of a win, 6-3 over Philly last time out. Detroit still 21-15 at home coming into this one. New Jersey does show some under trends, 17-22 to the under on the road here, but both teams have defensive liabilities, it feels like right now. I think this one's going to be a hot over here. I don't think the trends necessarily say it, but just given the scenario here, the Red Wings probably can win. They're at home. They should get it done. $1.35. I don't know if I'm in love with it, but I'm going to take the over here in this one with the Devils and the Red Wings as my play. Give me the over here. I don't know if there's a lot of trends to support this. I'm kind of going with the eye test here on this one.
Final.
Okay, let's see here. Strider says goalie props here. Allen and the shots saved go over. And Red Wings money line and under for Larry. Devils for Mr. Weskers. That's it, I think, in the chat for that one. All right, gang, we're getting there. All right. Next up, Hurricanes at Mammoth. Here, action for Saturday night. The Mammoth here, favorite at home, $1.25.
Final.
Total 6.5 here. Another one with goals expected, obviously here for Utah. Here they come in with a big time winning streak here right now. Utah has been hot. Carolina's been hot too. We know that, but Utah a little bit more of just a surprise here. But 31-21 is a favorite, 21-14 at home. Carolina 22-12 on the road, but just 2-3 as an underdog, and they're a dog here. Only 6 times has Carolina been an underdog all year, and here they are an underdog to the Mammoth of all teams. Mammoth have had a good season, don't get me wrong, but you figure Carolina somewhere along the line, who are they going to be underdogs, to? Tampa Bay or something here, or, some of those other top-notch teams in the East, Montreal, Buffalo, Pittsburgh maybe, but here you have the Mammoth in position, looking good right now. They have controlled the playoff destiny and made it here into the postseason. Great job for the Mammoth as they have clinched the title here. Interestingly enough, man, the Central Division, all top 4 teams are in there. In the Pacific, it's still conceivable Edmonton could actually blow it here and lose all their games now. It'd take a miracle to work out, but they haven't even clinched yet in the playoff berth. So let's see what you have, though, here in this one with Carolina taking on the Mammoth in this one. I'm not saying the Mammoth going to get complacent here, but they are in and just likely to be the wild card. That's all there is to it. 4th place. They're not going. They're not going any higher. That's for sure. Carolina, obviously, the better team, more complete team. They've also owned this matchup overall. Both teams are kind of flying here offensively right now. And Utah, 22-16 to the over overall. This one, feels like could be a high-scoring game too right now. So let's see what you have, though, in this one. Are the Hurricanes totally motivated here? Given their situation right now atop the standings in the Metro, where they're not going to be caught. They are fighting for the number 1 seed in the East with Buffalo, so there is some motivation here, but Utah certainly has been good, and, they're not going to, fall out of position. If anything, Carolina really has a little bit more of a true motivation here. I'm going over. I think we just go over here in this one. Utah's kind of stuck in the number 1 wild card. The Kings could catch them, or someone could catch them and pass them for the wild card position, but it doesn't seem like it. Carolina actually still playing hard, maybe to get that number 1 overall seed and hang on to it. So, it does look like, Carolina's already in. They got a great record. They actually have more motivation than Utah in this game. Here we go in the chat. James on Utah.
Final.
Mammoth for CalDog. Carolina to send a message, says Timmy. Larry, Hurricanes puck line. James says Carolina often blows those leads. Mammoth team total over for Strider. Carolina defense is going to take this one off. The Canes always choke in the end, says Mr. Weskers. Carolina defense is bad, says James. Cal Dog says you can't trust either team here. Utah for James. It's a money line pick. Even match back and forth, says Star Strider. Canes just waiting to throw it all away. Throwing it all away. All right. I'm on the over here. Maybe I don't know what's going on. Canes just going to throw it all away. Phil Collins. Okay, here we go. Next up, man. We still got plenty of games to go here on Night Moves. Huge card here in the NHL. Next up, Flyers on the road here, taking on the Jets. Connor Hellebuck, Sammy Urson going in this one. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. Jets are on a 3-game winning streak right now, looking good. Wins over Columbus, Seattle, St. Louis. For Philly here, meanwhile, they've been looking good as well, though they did lose to Detroit last time out. Stop a 3-game losing streak here. Philadelphia is one of the best road teams, if not the best road team in the league here right now. 22-14 on the road. Winnipeg still 19-14 at home, but man, Philly on the road has just been unconscious. Really, 10-2 run right now, very legit in the last 12 games. Winnipeg trends kind of heavy to the under here at home of late. I gotta like Philly maybe here right now. Philly in third place. Could catch Pittsburgh. Highly unlikely that they will. There's a possibility they could drop out of that third position in the Metro right now. You got teams breathing right down their back right here. So nothing is certain. Philly's got to be pretty desperate here to make sure they get this win. For Winnipeg, meanwhile, they are 3 points back. Important game for both. Maybe the loser, well, no, Philly's still going to be okay, but the Jets could, they need this one as well. Lose this one, they're in trouble. They're probably already going to be short of the postseason here, but they are playing a little bit better. But Philly's so good on the road. I got to take Philly here to just keep staying strong on the road. They still need it, just like Winnipeg does. I'm going to take the Flyers here in this one. Okay, here we go. It's going to be Timmy Choo-Choo says Shifley and Connor point each. Jets plus 1.5 and under. Possible overtime here. Larry's on the Jets. Cal Dog's on the Flyers. Star Strider says Jets eat solid Eastern Conference teams like the Flyers. They eat them up. James Kelly likes Philly. Connor to score. Timmy's got an overtime game there. Low score. Star Strider Jets money line to go overtime. Go under 5.5. We are far from done. Several more games to go here on Night Moves. Will it ever end? I wouldn't be so cranky if I had these. It's just like typing them in extra time here. The work I've already done, and it didn't get saved. Okay. Blue Jackets on the road, taking on the Canadians here in this important matchup. Man, you got Canadians here currently in second place in the in the Atlantic Division here right now. Columbus 4 points back because of the losing streak that they had here, and they've really blown it. It really felt like Columbus did enough work there in the end to get the playoffs, but they're going to end up short. Montreal is actually surging here at the end of the season again. A couple of wins in a row here over Tampa and Florida. They also beat New Jersey and the Rangers here. They did lose a home and home to New Jersey on the back end, but Columbus here lost to Buffalo 5-0 last time out. Struggling here, terrible as a dog. 13-27. You got to take the Canadians here, even $1.50. Just going to take the Canadians. Not getting fancy here. I'll take a favorite. I don't have many favorites on this card here so far, so give me the Canadians here at $1.50 in this one. Andrew's with me on that. Timmy going with Columbus. Cal Dog on Montreal. Star Strider might take Columbus here, but Montreal team total over might be better. Larry says go under in this one. And Timmy says just a bit of letdown for Montreal after the last few games here that they've been hot. Usually they throw it. Even in the wins, though, they weren't they were played well enough to win. I guess that's all I can say about that. And Andrew dropping the Cornwall reference in the chat. All right, we skipped the Panthers. Now it feels like we're near the finish. Skipping the Panthers and the Maple Leafs. Thank you for playing. Next up, Flames on the road here taking on the Kraken. It's the Kraken that we're keeping an eye on here. The Flames are out of the postseason picture. The Kraken, meanwhile, they're next. Lose this one, I believe they're done, so not going to touch on this one too quickly here, but I do think the Kraken, both teams have been struggling here, especially the Kraken, but they did get a win last time out over VGK and a big win there. Finally, VGK lost, so give them credit for winning that game. If they can beat VGK at home, they should be able to beat Calgary. I'm willing to take them at $1.40 here right now. Calgary 11-25, one of the worst teams on the road, if not the worst. Calgary's kind of owned these guys, but Seattle did win the last one 5-1 on the road, so maybe just enough here for the Kraken to get this one. And one last-ditch effort here as their season is just about over. They're barely ahead of them in the standings here, actually. So it's a little more even than it looks. Probably not the best price, but someone's got to win, and I'll take the Kraken here. It's at least 10 cents too high, and that's probably very conservative. All right. Hello to Cinna Figure It Out in there. Montreal can play through the Stars injury. Then Vandy blew it. Oh, no, I lost my place. All right, let me just start over here. That was an incredible game, though, Andrew. And a Kraken money line, easy win, I think, there. Not much on this game there is what's going on. I think everybody changed the subject. Cal Dogs on the Flames. I'll keep it going here. As we get to the very end of the show. Thank you, everybody. Okay. All right, couple more here. I've got there we go. Got the Golden Knights here taking on the Avs. And the Avs are $1.30 over these Golden Knights who've been hot. What a good game this is. All important here on Saturday night. I mean, you got currently Vegas on 89 points, second place in the Pacific, and the Avalanche 114. Cruising here. Here's the thing with the Avalanche right now. They've clinched the best record in the league. They've actually got nothing to play for. here, but maybe some incentives. You know what I mean? Technically, they've clinched the best record throughout the playoffs here. Golden Knights still trying to fight here to get into the postseason. They're in second place, looking pretty good, but they might have enough motivation here in this game. And I got to take the Golden Knights. I got to take the Golden Knights to win. They're playing well after the coaching change here. And like I said, Avalanche, don't get anybody hurt here. Avalanche still a favorite, no doubt about it, but I'm taking the Golden Knights here to win this one on the road at Colorado. Playing well, coming off the loss to the Kraken here. Avs are due for a loss. Over for Cal Dog. Avalanche, Golden Knights over. Lots of overs. I'm taking the Golden Knights. Simple as that. Didn't have to spend a lot of time on that one. Plus, we're at the final game, so I'm ready to wrap it up, guys. I would have been a lot happier if I had had this fixed here. Anyways, our last game of the night features one team headed for the post, or one team who is not going to make the postseason, and the other one who's going to probably fall short in the postseason despite having a resurgent season here. Feels like we're playing trivia. You know who they are. Here they are. All right. There we go. It's going to be the Canucks taking on the Sharks here in this one. And the Sharks are $2. The Sharks are going to fall short of the postseason. They could get there. They're 4 points back right now. They got to win them all and get help. And the Canucks, worst team in the league, pretty much by far this season. So I do going to give the Sharks one more chance here to get something done on the last couple of games here. I will take them to rock the Canucks here tonight. I'll take them on the puck line here. Probably could see some goals here in this one tonight. Vancouver's completely broken here. 1-10 run here currently. San Jose games are consistently high scoring here of late, so I'm sure they'll score goals. They've lost 2 in a row. Has San Jose losses to Edmonton and Anaheim? No problem with that. Vancouver here, of course, with a long losing streak. Well, four straight games, but like I said, 1-9 their last 10, 18-49 as a dog there. So give me the Sharks on the puck line here. I'll take the Sharks one last game here. Celebrini to get a goal or lob to assist. Let's see here. Canucks goalie props, shots, saves over. Sharks on the puck line for Larry. Poor Sharks. The Ducks crushed them. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here on Night Moves. I'm going to make a quick getaway because that was frustrating a little bit to have to type all those in, and I kept you guys probably 20 minutes longer than it would have been, it feels like, in there, maybe 15 minutes. So thanks a lot, everybody, for a great show with me here. I really enjoyed it. And, hey, we're going to have some great winners, I think, here tomorrow for sure. And that's going to do it here for Night Moves for Saturday. Don't forget, over Tony'sPicks.com. Check out premium picks over there, including that UFC package I'll have up here in just short order here. I'm going to have to work on getting the plays in there, and I know where we're going, but got to get them punched in there. So, okay, that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody. You guys really saved the day there for me in the chat. That's going to do it. For the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I'm Ramon Scott. So long from Las Vegas.